Welcome to Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp.
And I'm Melissa Delp.
Today we're looking at New York Slice. New York Slice is an I Cut, You Choose game for 2 to 6 players. It's designed by Jeffrey Allers and it is published by Bezier Games.
Throughout the game, you'll be slicing pizza, you'll be choosing pizza slices, and you'll be eating pizza. You get points for eating pepperoni and for having a majority of slices with specific toppings like mushroom or veggie.
Let's look inside this pizza box. There's a lot of pizza slices. There's today's special tiles, a score pad that looks like restaurant checks, and the box looks like a pizza box.
During setup, a certain number of pizza slices are shuffled and put into piles of 11 slices each. Each round, the start player, the slicer, takes one of the piles and lays the pieces out in the shape of a pizza. They also reveal a today's special chalkboard.
Then the slicer splits the pizza up into a number of sections equal to the number of players. You can add the today's special to any portion or place it as its own portion, but you can't rearrange the order of the pizza slices.
Once the slicer is finished, the next player picks a portion. When you choose your slices, you decide which ones to eat and which ones to keep for majority control. Only slices with pepperonis on them can be eaten. The round continues as each player chooses a portion. The person who divided everything up, the slicer, gets the last section.
Each round plays the same way except the slicer passes to the left, and the game continues until all the piles of pizza are gone, and then it's time to count up those points.
Players look at their uneaten pieces of pizza and see who has the most of each type. For each number, whoever collected the most pieces gets that number of points. So whoever has the most 3s gets 3 points, the most 4s, 4 points, and so on, up through 11. If there's a tie on number of slices, though, no one gets the points.
Players also get points for their eaten slices. Each pepperoni on a slice you ate is worth 1 point. Some of the today's specials also give endgame points. You get negative points for anchovies that haven't been eaten. Once everything's totaled, the player with the most points wins.
The mechanics of the game, slicing and choosing, are pretty simple, but there are definitely some interesting decisions that you get to make. When you're the slicer, how do you portion the pizza? And then when you're choosing portions, which ones do you take? And even which slices do you eat? Do you take those automatic pepperoni points, or do you hold on to the slices hoping that you'll get points for having majority?
And as you're looking at the portions, some slices may not look as valuable as others, like the combination ones. They have only half of a number for each slice, so there could be a 4 on one and a 7 on just one slice. And there's no pepperonis on them, so you can't eat them. But at the end of the game, if someone else has 3 7s and I have 3.5 7s, then I have majority.
Right, so they can be valuable. Another thing you have to watch out for are the anchovies because they're worth negative points. And there is one slice that has 3 anchovies on them and no pepperoni, so you can't eat it. If you get that when you're the slicer on your pie, you need to really entice the other players to take that. Otherwise, you'll be left with it and with the negative points.
But there is a today's special.
True, there is one that makes anchovies worth positive points instead of negative points, but there's no guarantee that it will actually come out during your game because I think there's like 14.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them.
There's a lot of today's specials, so each game is going to be different.
Pizza theme works so well for this game. From the pizza slices to the rulebook to the box, the production value is high. I'd say it's worth the $25 to $30 price tag. The chocolate font is great for the today's specials. And I also like the backs of the pizza slices. It looks like crust. And another thing, the guess check works perfect for the endgame scoring.
So while you can play this game with 2 or 3 players and it works, we've actually enjoyed it with the higher player counts. It gets tricky working on those portions and trying not to give someone too big of an advantage when you split the pizza. And I would say even with the 5 or 6 players, the game still plays fairly quickly.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a filler game, something really easy to learn, something with that I cut, you choose mechanic, love the pizza theme and something that has really great table presence, then check out New York Slice by Bezier Games at your favorite board game store.